Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's quarantine and chill. We still on quarantine, so we gonna keep getting it in. It's another Wednesday night for the Relationship Gumbo Podcast Live Edition, and we gonna get it in. So hopefully you guys are, hanging in there, getting everything you need, staying safe, all that good stuff. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take about 15 seconds, and I'm gonna figure out whether everything is going where it needs to go, and then we're going to come right back and we're going to get right into the podcast, so stay tuned.
Yeah, this one for the streets that taught me lessons. Hey, they taught me about the grief, and people out here stressing. They taught me how the evils wanna keep you from progressing. It's people in your circle wanna keep you from your blessings. No talking to them people when them people come with questions. This mama say no ratting, for them death is death.
All right, we are back. I'm going to shout out a couple people that just popped in early. Whitney from Periscope and Rob from Periscope. Welcome back, guys. We're going to get in this topic tonight. We're going to talk about manifesting your potential mate. And the topic is called Fulfill Your Desires by Vibrating Higher. So what we're going to do, the way this works, it's a live podcast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause for 3 seconds. Then I'm going to record the podcast, and then I'm going to pause for 3 seconds on the end, and then we can speak freely. Feel free to comment, ask questions during, and if they're appropriate, I'll add them in. So we're about to go in about 3 seconds, so stand by. And welcome to another episode of the Relationship Gumbo Podcast. My name is Derek Jones, and I am your host. I'm an engineer, a strategist, a mental health advocate, and a certified life coach. And today we are going to talk about fulfilling your desires by vibrating higher. We're going to talk about what that means. We're going to talk about energy. We're going to talk about high and low vibrations and what that means and how that attracts people to you. A lot of us don't realize how powerful that is. Your energy attracts your potential mate. And a lot of times we don't realize the toxic things, then the toxic negative energy that we give off. We think we're okay. We think we're healed. We feel like, I'm a good catch. So why is nobody checking for me? Or maybe all the wrong people are checking for you, right? And we talk about this, in segments on other shows, but we're going to make it a whole show today. So I'm going to give you, let's say, 4 different bullet points here on this particular show, but I want to preface it by saying this. You know how sometimes, and we'll do number 1, the vibrations. What does that mean? When we say vibration, vibrating higher, we're talking about what you give off, right? And let me give you an example. Let's pretend, I always like to say for play. Let's pretend that you are single and you are having a hard time finding, quote unquote, let's say you're a woman, you're trying to find a good guy, or you're a guy trying to find a good woman, right? And every time you have a dialogue with someone or some of your friends or you online and you keep saying, there's no good men out here, all men are dogs, they all suck. When you say this, it's almost kind of like, you know how people have affirmations and they say it every day and then words become things? It's the same thing. When you keep spitting out that negative energy and saying those negative words, that's your affirmation, right? You're saying it all the time. I don't know why nobody is, checking for me. I don't know why, I can't find a good man. They all suck. I'm just going to be by myself. But if you say you're going to be by yourself, but every day you go home and say, I wish I had somebody, you lying to yourself, right? We talk about this all the time on this show, on that part. So you have to start to change your language. When you start to change your language, you start to at least verbally change the vibrations of the things that are going to come back to you, because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If all men are dogs in your head and you attracting dogs by willing it to you, then yes, all men that you encounter will be dogs. That's just how the universe works, right? And so when you operate on a high vibration, positive energy, And you're not going to be positive 24/7, but you want to do it as much as you can. Positive thoughts, positive energy, not letting things take you off the center of who you are every day while you walk this earth. You got to feel good. You got to project that out. Say good morning. How you doing? Make others feel good because your energy, you walk in the room and your energy is just like welcoming. And this is how you ever had, I'm going to give you something. This stuff is coming to me as I'm going. You ever been somewhere and you walk into a room and a complete stranger says, good morning, how are you? How are you feeling today? And how that affects how you feel, right? Because you could have been feeling down. Well, if you're trying to attract your potential mate or a date or whatever you're trying to do, imagine how it would make that person feel if they felt that energy coming from you, the higher vibration. When you're operating in low vibration energy all the time, nobody's going to check for you. Or all the bad ones are going to be checking for you, and you're going to start to form an opinion. Form that opinion. Hold on, my mic just went off. So I don't know if you guys can. Okay, we're good. Once you form an opinion, that opinion becomes fact to you. Catch that. Once you form that opinion, because you've had so many negative experiences, that opinion becomes fact. It's no longer an opinion because now you feel like that's your lot in life, right? And who wants that to be true, right? When we say you will it, when you have high vibration, you're going to have better interactions or at least be able to control what you will or won't deal with. Then the odds are better that you're going to encounter the person that you're supposed to be with, or at least someone that fits your criteria, right? So we're going to segue into number 2. You're going to start to write down, like, you know, I know this is old school, right? Like a pen and paper, but trust me, it works. You're going to write down what you think your ideal relationship looks like. What qualities does this person that's supposed to be a perfect fit for you, what qualities do they have to have in order for you to feel like you've gotten, at least initially, what you're looking for? You're going to write down this list. That person needs to be honest and they need to be family oriented and all of these things, right? Don't let that list be so stupid that nobody could ever fit it, because then, of course, you're going to be by yourself forever, right? Once you write that list down, then at least you have an idea and a basis by which you will, when you meet this person, of the criteria that they have to fit. This list has no emotion. Catch that. The list is a logical list of which you believe you need. There's no emotions when you're writing down that list. The emotion happens when you meet the person because they're cute, because they gave you a compliment, because they bought you a Gucci bag. So when you start to go out there, think about that list. And if they're not meeting, I know this is a taboo word these days, your standards, then you got to be out on a, I think this could turn into something tip. They could be your friend, but they don't meet the requirements of being your man or your woman. Catch that, okay? This is going to make sense when we get down to the last one, okay? Now that you have that list, the next thing that I'm going to ask you to do, which is number 3, and it's the hard one right here. You have to make a list of what you have to offer to a relationship. I'm going to say that again. You have to make a list of what you have to bring to a relationship. And if that list, if you feel like the list that you're making about yourself has flaws, then now you know the areas that you need to work on. Because there's no such thing as perfect. But when you put your list against that other list, would that person want to date the list of things that you have or don't have? Is that fair? You want to make sure that what you're asking for, that you can match that in your own way, right? You're not going to be a clone of the other person, but you're going to have some qualities that that person's going to be interested in. Or else, what are you doing it for, right? Think about it. If you still pining and crying and hurt from your last relationship, then there's some deficiencies in that list. And you're going to have to own up to what those things are. And you're going to have to work on those things. Catch this next word. Independently. You're not going to work on your healing while you hanging out. Ray. Hold on 1 second, guys. This thing. There we go. While you hanging out with Ray at the Starbucks, you got to get that thing going for yourself, right? And you got to really think about where you are in your life, the things that you want to achieve. We talked about knowing the type of relationship you want to have, right? Because if you want to have whatever this, like I said, nobody's perfect, but if you want to have this type of relationship that you desire, want to have, need to have, you got to be prepared that when it walks up to you and it looks you in the face, you'll be like, that's it. You spend that time and you're going to be like, yeah, I'm checking off stuff. I still got one eye open, but I'm still checking this stuff off. Okay, cool. We had another milestone. Cool. But if you don't have anything to base that off of other than emotion, then you're going to make some wrong turns along the way and you're going to end up hurt again. And then you got to go back and pick yourself back up. But now, when you pick yourself back up, are you the person that came the first time? Or are you a lesser version of yourself because now you have more pain to add? You got to heal. That's number 4. Take time to heal. I know you hear it all the time. You hear it in a million other places. You got to take time to heal. Because if you don't, you're setting yourself up for a world of hurt. It's not a guarantee that you're going to get hurt, but you're definitely going in without all your cards to be played. And when you are in a vulnerable place, when you give off low vibration energy, this is where the players live. Because low vibration energy, no matter how tough you are, no matter how smart you are, people feel that. And a low vibrational woman or man is easy prey. I'm going to say that one more time. A low vibration man or woman is easy prey. Because your low vibrations are attached to emotions. And when you have those emotions, no matter how hard you try to hide them, they come out in some way, shape, or form. And the predators know all the signs. So you want to put yourself in a situation where you're informed about who you are, you're informed about what you want, and you ride with that. Because like I said before, and I don't even know which show it was a while ago, and I said, sometimes we make decisions on our mates or our dates or whoever we deal with. And the only criteria is, you know how I said, make a list and write it down and all that. The only criteria is that you're just not the last person that hurt you. That's it. So if the last person that hurt you wore blue, I just need somebody that's not wearing blue. I need somebody that's the opposite of that. That has nothing to do with the list that you're supposed to put together. That's an emotional decision. I've made that decision before. Right? You got to be true to yourself to get better results. There's no guarantee on anything, but at least you're going in with the tools, right? We all about tools on this show. And once you get to the healing phase and you know who you are, what you want, then you're prepared. And this life lesson helps you in the dating phase, in the, premarital phase, and even in your marriage. Who wants to be a low vibration person 7 days a week? You don't want to be that. And sometimes you might need to talk to somebody about it to get yourself back on track. There's no harm in that. You write your list down and you be like, dang, it's only 2 things I offer. What's wrong with me? I used to be fill in the blank. Well, sometimes you need help getting back there. And you need somebody to course correct you. You might need a life coach. You might need a therapist. You might need somebody to help you because you lost your way. Because who wants to waste time? Who wants to waste years trying to figure out how to get back on track when you've already identified what the issues are? When you go talk to a coach or a therapist and you've already kind of done some pre-work to figure out where the deficiencies are, then you go in. The map that they give you, it's a more informed map, right? I know I got trauma from this. I know I'm this type of person, and I want to try to figure out if there's ways that I can kind of reshape myself, because I don't want to keep having these same results and dating the same guy every time. He just has a different name, but it's the same guy. Why am I picking all of the same people? It's because your energy hasn't changed. I'm going to say that again. Your energy hasn't changed, so the type of people you pick. Think about that. Think about that. And those of you who are listening, this mic is off the chain tonight, but I'm gonna fix that on the backside. So think about that, guys. I'm gonna leave y'all with that, and I need you to think about what type of energy you're putting out there in the universe. Think about whether your vibration is high or low, and then you're gonna have to check yourself on that. And then you ask yourself the question, because I'm gonna tell you something. I meet people all the time. We talk about relationships. I go co-host on a lot of different shows, right? And I run into these people that'll say, I don't know why nobody's trying to, date me. I'm doing all the right things. I'm going to the places. I'm, dressing a certain way, and I'm smiling at people, and I'm doing all of this. I don't understand why. That frustration, no matter how much you're smiling, comes off as low vibration energy, and you don't even realize it. I need you guys to understand. You could be sitting in somewhere smiling, thinking that you got your foot forward, and on the inside you frustrated as hell because nobody's coming over to you. That's low vibration energy. That self-love starts to go down while you're smiling. People feel that. And the predators, they sense it. I need you guys to understand that. And I said that about 2 or 3 times in this show. Somebody needs to hear that. The predators are experts at sensing low vibration energy. So fix it. Work on it. Get somebody to help you with it. We're going to leave you with that. And I want you guys to have an amazing rest of your night. Have an amazing rest of your quarantine. I don't know when it's going to be over, but stay your butt in the house. Wash your hands, wash your butt, all that good stuff. Do what you got to do to keep yourself safe. And I will talk to you on the next episode. I think tomorrow. I'm going to sneak one in, and y'all need to, if you're not connected to me, go to relationshipgumbo.net. Connect to me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of that stuff. I'm going to have a special show pop up tomorrow. I'm going to give you a little sneak. I think it's going to be around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please stay connected. I got an amazing show, and I think I'm going to get a guest on tomorrow. I'm going to do a special show just for you guys. It's going to be an impactful one, so make sure you come back. And that's all I'm going to give you. Y'all going to see the flyer pop up tomorrow morning, so stay tuned for that. So I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.
Yeah, this one for the streets that taught me lessons. Hey, they told me about the grief and people out here stressing. They told me how the evils wanna keep you from progressing, wanna keep you from your blessing. Ain't no talking to them people when them people come with questions. This mama say no ratting for them. That's